chairmanship. Can I also congratulate the member for Poplar and Limehouse for securing the debate, and to my honourable friend from Hammersmith for his passion and championship of this debate. Can I also declare I am the chair of the APPG on home electrical safety and refer members to my register of interests. This is the 6th debate we've had on this, all closely related subjects, since March 2015, when the then Minister, the Honourable Member for Grantham, offered very reassuring words, particularly on counterfeit electrical goods. But these words have proved to be empty, especially on trading standards, helping to prevent products from entering this country. Can they really do this when some trading standards budgets have been cut to 200,000? We've debated Whirlpool and their tumble dryers and consumer rights. So when are we going to stop debating and start action? I've asked numerous questions about legislation, and on paper it appears that the legislation is robust. So is it just not being enforced? Why? Because local trading standards have been decimated by the government's austerity policies. Trading standards police online marketplaces such as eBay and Amazon, who I feel fall short of complying with allowing counterfeit goods to be sold on their sites. The Minister will be aware that electricity is one of the biggest causes of fires in the home. Now, clearly some consumer misuse products, and that can cause fires. But how many fires have been caused because manufacturers like Whirlpool have refused to take appropriate action? And how many are the result of online sales? I would like to know what discussions the Minister has had with the Home Office about fires caused by faulty electrical goods. What is the strategy to cope with it? Where is the Fire Killers campaign? Because it's been very quiet recently. And I would like to ask the Minister, who has been very cooperative in her approach, willing to meet and engage on the issue, what is the way forward? The Lynn Foles Wood Review, which had excellent recommendations, I feel is being ignored. We've had a working group and a recent report. But what is happening now? When is the government going to stop having reviews and working groups and start taking action? How many more fires and incidents involving white goods, substandard and counterfeit products do we need to have before the government takes the right measures? We need a public body that protects consumers, like the Food Standards Agency. And I firmly believe that such a body would not only protect consumers, but also act as a central point for coordination. I recently met with Apple, as I wanted to understand the issue with counterfeit mobile phone chargers, especially when I've actually seen them myself. And Apple informed me they have a particular issue with Amazon, who they allege are selling counterfeit Apple products. And I'm looking forward to Electrical Safety's first report, due shortly, which highlights just how unsafe counterfeit chargers really are. And in the interest of fairness, I met with Amazon yesterday, who tried to reassure me on what they are doing to prevent counterfeit electrical goods being sold on their site. I put to them the accusation that they had been directly selling on their site counterfeit Apple products, a matter I understand that has been the subject of a lawsuit in the United States. But in the UK, consumers are confused. How do they know that an Apple product is an Apple product when they buy on these sites? This is unacceptable, and the Minister needs to look at online sales urgently. And I would suggest maybe a conversation with Amazon and Apple would be beneficial. But whilst I have concerns about some of Amazon's selling practices, it's not all bad, because I believe they have a good strategy on product recall, and they hold the appropriate information to recall products quickly and effectively. However, I don't believe that their service extends to notifying customers who have bought counterfeit products from them. If global companies are having these disputes on whether counterfeit goods are being sold or not, what chance does the consumer have in identifying counterfeit products online? And I believe the potential risk to their homes and families is too important to be so speculative. I have previously called, and I reiterate that today, for a dedicated operation to identify counterfeit and substandard goods, something similar to Operation Jasper. It is important to tackle counterfeit handbags and clothing. I accept that, but these do not kill people. Electrical goods are different, and they have a devastating and tragic consequences. So given these concerns, will the Minister give a cast-iron guarantee today that she will now consider a full-scale operation to tackle online sales of electrical products? And I know that the Minister is attending an APPG meeting in December But in the meantime, would she please meet with me and a delegation of manufacturers who are the victims of online electrical counterfeiting so that she can understand the problems they face, because consumers deserve our protection and they deserve our safeguarding. Thank you.